In our previous conversations, Dr. Pram and I explored how gut health changes across different stages of life, how stress influences digestion, and how hormones and gut health are deeply connected. Today, we're bringing all of these ideas together. Many people experience symptoms like acid reflux, diarrhea during stressful times, migraines before their period, PMS, anxiety, or low mood. And we often think of these as separate issues. But increasingly, we're learning that the gut and brain are deeply connected and that many of these symptoms may be part of the same conversation happening inside the body, not just outside, inside the body. Today, Dr. Pram and I are exploring how gut health may influence mental health, neurological symptoms, hormonal changes, and everyday experiences, and how these signals may appear long before anything becomes a diagnosis. Welcome to the Mood Food Podcast. We're going to talk about the gut brain connection today, Dr. Pram.
Excellent. Let's do it.
All right.
So,
You said you had a confession today.
I have a confession.
Okay.
And I'm embarrassed to make this confession in public. But, the past weekend, my kids were home, my grandkids were home, we were celebrating together. I was cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And even though it was stressful doing that, I did it, but we enjoyed our meals. And then they left. And there were leftovers in the refrigerator, and there were other things. So the next day I'm sitting and thinking, like, what do I want to eat? I would open the refrigerator several times. No, I don't want to eat that. No, I don't want to eat that. And then I turned to the counter and I saw a piece of cake.
Oh.
And I said, ooh, cake. There are probably 2 pieces of this cake. I'll only eat one, and I'll have a cup of coffee. Now, I never drink coffee.
Okay.
But this time I decided to drink coffee with a piece of cake. And I savored every bite of it. I was rolling it in my mouth. I was eating it, chewing, not even to chew. The cake was so soft, it just went down.
Right.
And the
You
coffee,
enjoyed it.
and the hot coffee, it was delicious. But then, it wasn't one piece, but 2 pieces.
2 pieces?
2 pieces.
Wow.
I ate the whole thing. It was empty.
What made you eat 2 pieces?
I didn't want to leave anything behind. I didn't want to get tempted again. So I might as well do it now.
Clean house.
Get rid of it. And I got rid of it in my belly. And soon after, maybe in 10 minutes, I started to feel really drowsy. And I'm saying, maybe I go take a nap. And it's odd for me to take naps, but I really felt I couldn't keep my eyes open.
The coffee didn't wake you up.
The coffee didn't, but I think the sugar just
That's what you had. You had a sugar crash.
Put me down. So here I went to my little bed, and I took a nap, and in about 15, 20 minutes, I could hear a lot of rumbling in my belly, which woke me up. And I said, oh, I feel like I'm bloated. I feel like my belly is expanding. And it was totally uncomfortable.
Right.
And I said, oh, this must be what they say is inflammation and gastritis or something that I am totally uncomfortable. And needless to say, I had diarrhea.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. And I said,
cake
never again am I going to eat cake and coffee. I was sick. I was feeling inflamed inside, and I was feeling like definitely trying to figure out why I did it.
Yeah, so why did you do it?
So what came up for me was, the cake made me feel happy.
Right.
Like what was missing the next day was the joy that I had with my family.
Right.
So the sweetness in my life was missing at that moment.
So you went for the external sweetness.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I had to fill that hole up by eating something sweet.
Right.
And that totally kind of changed my chemistry, where I felt inflamed in the gut.
Mm-hmm.
It caused the diarrhea. And you have to understand that when the body is detoxing, which is what it was
Yeah.
doing,
Yeah.
you detox in 4 ways:
Okay.
through the urine,
Mm-hmm.
through the stool, through the breath, and through the perspiration, sweat.
Okay.
So all systems in your body start to clean.
Right. Right.
I had the diarrhea. Few hours later, or actually today, I was having a lot of urination as the body is cleansing.
Right. Right.
And many times when my patients talk about a lot of urination, they think it's a bladder infection.
Mm-hmm.
But generally, after eating something that doesn't agree with them, it could be inflammation in the bladder as it is detoxing. It's not necessarily a bladder infection.
Okay.
So I keep that in mind when you have some of these symptoms.
Right.
And on top of this, of course, I went through this whole tirade of why did I do it? My idea of, well, I probably did it because every time I celebrated something with my family or my mother or other extended family, we would all go eat something sweet.
Right.
I mean, I guess
Right.
that is sort of what we do.
Yeah. I mean, anything or anytime you celebrate, you eat something sweet.
Yes.
Or even when you're stressed, you gravitate towards
Exactly.
something
So
that gives you
the
comfort.
comfort food.
Yeah.
Right. So this was the debate I was having in my head, trying to rationalize why I did it. Knowing. Yes, I know better. Knowing that I know better, but I still did it. And this is what I think is important for us to understand.
Right.
That, yes, what we talk about, many people know about it,
Right.
but they don't connect the dots at that moment till after the fact.
Right.
So there are ways to help you clean yourself, detox,
Correct.
and not to beat yourself up
Yeah.
because you did something, but to realize that this was a moment of taking you back in time, but now you're here and you're moving forward and you'll do the right thing thereafter.
You won't indulge.
Exactly. Truly, not 2 pieces of cake again.
Maybe a small bite here and there.
Don't tempt me. I'm going to say no for now.
So, I mean, the question arises, why do people have all these symptoms, when they get stressed? Like, one of the things that shows up a lot is acid reflux.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
does that have something to do with this stress or the digestive system? Or is it connected?
It's definitely connected, because when you have acid reflux,
Mm-hmm.
you think that there's a lot of acid in your stomach. But the fact is there's a discord
Right.
in the digestion
Okay.
that is causing this difficulty. Some people who habitually take antacids,
Right.
okay,
Right.
actually decrease the acidity in the stomach. But the brain says you need more acidity, so it creates more acidity.
Right.
And you take more antacids, and it's a vicious cycle.
Okay.
So the way to cut that cycle, and I know it's not a popular idea, is to leave the acid where it is
Mm-hmm.
and eat more protein or things like that to help the acid to break down the protein better.
Okay.
The other part of this is, don't stop what your body is trying to correct. By taking
What
an
does that mean? Yeah.
antacid
Okay.
or Pepsid
Okay.
or any of these other products,
Right.
which actually slow down the acid production. In fact, I would say make yourself a little cup of warm water
Mm-hmm.
with a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar
Okay.
or lemon juice and a drop of honey, and have that. That settles the stomach. It won't make the acid go up. In fact, it helps the acid to become more balanced
Right.
rather than stopping the acid from being produced. So it's a different physiological or functional
So
aspect.
instead of suppressing
Yes.
what your body's natural reaction is,
Correct.
you're helping it to calm down.
Correct.
So it's not overdoing
Overproducing. Yeah.
what it's supposed to.
So
Yeah.
those are one of the things. Of course, many other herbs are very nice for the acid, like what you call it. I'm saying wintergreen, but it's literally menthe,
Menthol or
Yeah.
so you're talking about mint.
mint.
Okay.
Mint.
Mint is
tea,
good. You have some mint tea. It
right?
helps.
Mint or ginger. These are all very calming
soothing.
for the digestive system.
Yeah. So I mean, I understand what you're saying. So no, that is part of getting stressed. You're essentially saying because your acid system is not working,
Correct.
your digestion gets thrown off, and you
Right.
feel like it's acid
Correct.
reflux. But that could also then further go into diarrhea.
Correct.
So
Or constipation, because the body
Okay.
might just clam up. Many times you will find that when the acid base balance in the gut or alkalinity of the gut is not in order,
yeah,
bacteria begin to overgrow.
got it.
And then there is a situation called SIBO, or small
see.
intestinal bacterial overgrowth, because they have found a very nice niche for them to grow because
Right.
there is no
Right.
balance
Right.
in the acid and the alkaline.
They found their
part of digestion.
environment.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So that they can then prosper in that.
Prosper and create trouble.
Prosper for them,
Yes.
not for us.
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
So, okay. That's, so basically we were coming out of the conversation about stress. So I just wanted to connect the dots. How is the gut brain connection basically, in all our conversations?
Mhm.
So, the brain is stressed,
Mm-hmm.
so the gut gets affected.
Correct. Correct.
And it could be vice versa also.
Correct.
If
Yes.
the gut is stressed,
And it causes the brain, like I said,
yeah,
I went through this whole tirade of why did I do this. The other part I didn't mention is I became foggy headed.
I think that happens a lot to a lot of people.
Yes, and
brain fog. We wonder what brain fog is sometimes.
Yeah,
But simple thing is to look at what you're eating.
Correct.
At the beginning.
Right.
But that also, see, now, while you're talking about your confession, I want to tell you, I'm at an age and stage where I'm perimenopausal, and I'm experiencing symptoms, that are hormonal in nature. So I have a pimple, so I feel like a teenager, and I get migraines before I get my period. And, there is a whole host of things that happen.
Mm-hmm.
I get bloated. I get, you feel like you're retaining a lot more water.
Yes.
And I'm going to put it out there because it's always a conversation when you get upset, you get irritated, people say PMS.
Mm-hmm.
Is that fair?
Well, it happens. It certainly happens. And I tell my patients, when you're feeling like you're going to bite somebody's head off, put the yellow flag up so nobody bothers you. Say, leave me alone. Or the red flag if it's really bothersome.
Right. So, when I'm just before my period, I always tell people, if you want to hear the truth, ask me, because that's when I'll tell you the truth. I can't hold back anything. I don't get mad, but I can't hold back anything.
Mm-hmm.
And when I hear, when you're in an office environment or in an environment where you're performing, and people say you have PMS, she's getting irritated today. I almost feel like people should understand this. As human beings, women have certain things and men have certain things.
Right.
And this is very prevalent in a woman's life, throughout her life, pretty much, once they hit puberty. So it should be respected, not taken as a bad thing.
Right.
My question to you is, do men get PMS?
I'm sure they do. It's just that they then indulge in something like alcohol.
You can't call
or
it
something
PMS,
else,
but
or
yeah,
something to calm themselves down.
Yeah, is there a time in there? We get it on a monthly basis.
Correct.
So it's something that's a routine for us.
Mhm.
But is there something like this that men go through?
You know, I'm not sure, but I think they feel the stress could cause some kind of imbalance in their hormones for some reason, because I believe that testosterone and estrogen are just very similar,
Okay.
and I am sure if the woman is going through her PMS, would that affect the male?
Right. Right.
And
does it?
I have to study that.
So that's a question I would
I
want to
would put it
there,
out to our audience.
because I would
maybe
love,
you have.
yeah, maybe the audience can speak to that. I would love to
Yes.
hear something,
Right.
about that, because it's important. How do you explain to a man what you're going through?
They might never know.
They-
I do know they go through menopause.
I see. Okay. So they have something similar to that,
Yeah.
basically,
Yeah.
in their life as
Yes.
well, which is called midlife crisis.
Midlife. There you go.
So, I mean, we also get I also get cravings. Why does that happen?
The hormones are talking now.
Okay.
And estrogen, I think we did discuss that. Did I tell you how we came up with the word estrogen? I think we did.
I think we did that in the last.
So estrogen
podcast.
is when you become more excitable.
Yeah.
And in that excitement is stress.
Okay.
And you always go for foods that sort of satisfy
Comfort
you.
you.
The comfort food. It could be salty. It could be sweet. It could be other foods that nobody's eating fruit at this time.
Oh, true.
They're all eating something that's processed or makes
Right.
them feel better.
Right.
I know growing up, when I was going through that stage, it was mostly potato chips.
Ooh.
I loved potato chips at that time, or something salty and really salty.
Right. Right.
But now I don't know why I'm going for sugar, but that's a different story.
Yeah. My mom actually used to make something, it's a wheat halwa, just before you got your period, so you get some strength from it.
Mm-hmm.
And it also satisfies your craving.
Correct.
So
correct.
That's why she used to give it to me. But obviously it becomes a habit and you want it. Doesn't matter when
I know. It's a memory.
Yeah.
It's a memory.
So is inflammation also part of PMS?
It is part, because let's put it this way, that if there is a gut issue where there's inflammation, it also may inflame the your ovaries and create an inflammatory process in there.
Okay.
Like, for example, PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, where the ovaries are now inflamed.
Understood. Okay.
Forming cysts. Okay. Now, it's my belief that foods high in estrogen can exacerbate that situation. So what are foods high in estrogen? Are basically animal products. Like for people who are meat eaters, beef.
Right.
Or even lamb. Not so much chicken. Forget no chicken, no fish. That won't do it.
Right.
But it's mostly beef. The other part of it is dairy. And in dairy, of course, you have cheese, butter, paneer, and things that are made from dairy.
Got it.
That contain the estrogen of the animal.
Oh, wow. So it's passed from the animal in the product of the animal to you.
Yes. So you metabolize it as an estrogen enhancer.
I see.
And this might produce more strain on the female hormones or the organs, especially the ovaries.
Right.
It could also be the people having fibroids, where they start to grow it because of that
the higher estrogen levels.
Estrogen effect. Or breast cysts. People will talk about tenderness in their breast.
Right.
And this results from breast cysts that are filled up with fluid caused by estrogen.
Caused by estrogen, which is what is causing inflammation.
Correct.
Okay. So would it serve someone who suffers from, all these symptoms to eat more vegetarian foods?
No soy. Soy is high in estrogen, or it stimulates the estrogen production. Animal products, dairy.
Right.
If you cut that out like a week before your period, you will have a smooth sailing.
So, what are foods you should eat so that all these symptoms kind of level out?
Well, for one thing, you don't want to eat a lot of animal products.
Right,
Okay.
right.
If you are a vegetarian, drop the dairy, go almost vegan.
Okay,
Okay. If you're a meat eater, eat more chicken or fish and don't eat so much red meat
yeah,
and dairy.
okay,
So you've got to modulate it
yeah,
in a way that's only for a week and a half, basically,
right,
before a period. And once your period starts, you're fine.
okay.
Your hormones have shifted already.
Yeah, but see, these could also cause you discomfort.
Yes.
So you get stomach aches
Mm-hmm.
from it or back aches.
Mhm.
So that's all inflammation.
Yeah, so when you get a period, because the hormone is creating the hormone isn't, but we have created an inflammatory
Right.
process that is affecting
Environment.
the
in
lower
there.
back, the thighs going,
Yeah.
you
The
feel the
water
pain.
retention.
Yeah, a pain going down your legs or in your belly. You just feel super tired
Yeah.
or just not yourself.
Right. Right. So that can be helpful. I think I know this. My mom used to give me a few saffron strands,
Mm-hmm.
In water
Mm-hmm.
so that my period would go smoothly.
Correct.
Does that help?
Saffron is a kind of a warming herb.
Mm-hmm.
And because at this point you might be chilled or low energy,
I see.
so saffron will help
Will
you
provide
there.
that
Yeah.
for you.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. That it's I just want to, there's young girls, there's women who go through, they're going to work, they're doing so many different things, and then every month they have to deal with this. So is there ways to make it better for them?
Right.
It's
So
important
this
to
is
understand.
you have to look at your diet.
Yeah.
In the good old days, women who would menstruate
Yeah.
were kept separate in
Separate.
a room
Okay.
so that they didn't get stressed.
Right.
Food was given to them where whatever food that was being prepared.
Correct.
And so I'm not sure, but maybe they were less stressed that way.
Well, I think it's basically, I think women function differently from men
Mm-hmm.
in that way. Not to say they're less strong or, any of that, but I think it's a moment of rest when you get
Exactly.
your period. So if you do your rest cycles properly, you sleep properly.
Correct.
It affects your sleep also.
Definitely.
So I think resting some, eating right,
Yes.
and not necessarily sitting in a room all the time, but
Right.
not going crazy doing physical activity.
Correct.
These are things that help.
Mm-hmm. And rest is important. Rest is very important during that period.
Yeah.
Because you need to reset the whole system for the
Right.
next month.
Right.
You know.
So I think awareness, just being mindful of what you're
Correct.
kind of going through
Correct.
and attending to
Mhm.
it in that.
And unfortunately, in the industrial world, like we are here, women are in the workforce. They're
Yeah.
doing so many things. They can't just go sit in the room for 3 days or 4 days.
No.
That's not going to
No.
happen.
No.
But unless they're really sick, so we have to be mindful of how you would be engaged in your work
Right.
and yet be able to take care of your
Right.
mental health.
Right. Right. I think, for me, I've always had hormonal imbalances, and I attribute that to the stress in my life and how I've dealt with it, because sometimes you don't have a choice. You don't have a moment you can, put your head down and take rest, but you're still dealing with your, monthlies, and you still have to keep doing what you're doing, attending to the kids, to your work,
Mhm.
all of those things. But being mindful of at least what you're putting in your mouth
Correct.
changes, or it helps making you feel better.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe you might have a way of being in that time, like take more little time off in the evenings by
Yeah.
resting,
Yeah.
meditating, maybe taking a walk. Walks are really good. Being in nature,
Okay.
being at the beach, things that will really calm your presence rather than fast forward all the time.
Aggravated.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's good advice in general for anybody going through All of those things. Migraines for me is a big deal. That's probably inflammation
Yeah,
from that as well.
right. I mean, nobody says it's inflammation, but
Yeah.
it's a reaction too.
Okay.
So things have changed, and it's causing some kind of a inflammatory process in your
Yeah.
body that
Yeah.
is expressed as a migraine.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, when we talk about the gut brain connection,
Correct.
what are the other things that we can talk about, Dr. Prem? So, I think, we should talk about anxiety, depression. Does that have a connection to the gut?
Totally. Uh, there is a book that was written by Dr. Perlmutter who called it the grain brain.
Hmm.
And people who are eating grain that doesn't agree with them
Right.
causes them to be anxious,
Hmm.
to be foggy minded,
Okay.
forgetful,
Okay.
and have these kinds of conditions.
Right.
And I remember going to a conference where he spoke once. Now, he's a neurologist in Florida
I see.
and fascinating guy. And he talks about a patient that he had who had Parkinson's. And he was treating him for Parkinson's with medications for
Mhm.
that particular disease.
Mhm.
So this particular individual had a cane or had to feel the wall to walk,
Okay.
and it was shaking. He had the tremors.
Right.
He couldn't speak well, and so on and so forth. And so Dr. Perlmutter had read a research that was, I think, coming out of the Netherlands, where this person had developed a certain technique to help people like his patient.
I see.
So he sent this patient off to meet the researcher and get treated by him. Maybe 4 weeks or 6 weeks later, the patient came back. No more cane, no more tremors, no more the face, the
Wow.
face is very expressionless, is now expressing, he's
Okay.
talking. And of course, by this time, I was sitting at the edge of my seat,
Yeah.
trying to figure out,
Yeah. How did that
what
happen?
did this guy do?
Yeah.
And simply, he used what is called a healthy stool suppository.
Okay. Why is
It's an implant. So he
Okay.
put this implant into his gut,
okay?
like a suppository, to repopulate the gut to
I
get
see.
good microbiomes.
Okay. Okay.
And once those microbiomes multiplied and did their job,
Yeah.
his Parkinson's went away.
It was reversed from
Yes.
his. So it's such a huge change from all of these different symptoms, and where you're told now you have Parkinson's and you can't change that anymore.
Right. You need the drugs, or you need physical
You need
therapy
something,
and
yeah.
other.
To support that.
Correct.
And here you're saying you could actually change your microbiome, and the story could be completely different.
Yes. So when I heard the story, I said, where do they get these healthy microbiomes?
Yeah.
And I think that was a question that was asked.
Right.
And he responded by saying, from people who are athletic,
Oh.
who tend to eat right, who are very steeped into their own nutrition, to be able to get the good microbiomes. And there are tests to figure it out too. So I decided, you know what, I want to be that athlete kind of a person having good microbiomes.
Right.
Because I don't want to get Parkinson's or any other kinds of
Right.
inflammatory diseases,
Right.
including arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, which is the disease of sensitivity to foods and their environment, or osteoarthritis, which we are all somehow going to get, hopefully not, but maybe what we need to do is really look at that gut again.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that was kind of what I wanted to address. Like, anxiety has become so common, today. Where even a teenager comes around and says I'm anxious, or even younger, kids say I'm anxious. So I just want to see if there's a gut-brain connection. Is there something to do with their gut they can take care of, where then this other stuff goes away? I know there are many factors that
Correct.
kind of make a person anxious, but can the gut help if you
It-
create an environment for it.
Yes, and this is where you need an expert to help you
Right.
with that.
Right.
It's not going to just happen. Just eat this and you'll be fine. You know,
Right,
it's not
right.
that.
Yeah.
There are more factors.
Change the
to this.
lifestyle, essentially.
Lifestyle shifts. Yes.
Okay.
And
Good.
also, if the people around this individual are
Yeah.
anxious too, you seem to pick that up. Like everybody becomes anxious. It's like it's an infection.
Right.
You know,
Right.
oh, my mother's anxious. My grandmother's anxious. I'm anxious. Oh, I inherited that. Or did you?
Do you really? That's the question.
Well, it could be that there may be genes involved in this.
Hmm.
There's some genetic messaging,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also
There
where
could be
you're at,
things
you
you
know.
can do.
People live in dorms, and in the dorms, all the women menstruate together. And when they menstruate, they're all anxious and they're all angry, and they're all like in this place.
Also, when you're living in dorm or you're living in places by yourself, you don't tend to eat the right things.
Correct.
You're eating a very different diet than you would normally if you were
Correct.
living with a family.
Correct.
So,
And it's, who knows the exciting factor in here,
yeah.
or the causation,
Yeah.
but it ends up there, resulting in making poor decisions.
That's true.
You
That's
know,
true.
And
I always say, who decided to put 18-year-olds in a building and say it's a good idea, you know? So, because all they're doing is making decisions based on not their gut,
right,
but their emotion.
correct, correct. That is correct. And yeah,
It lands them in places they shouldn't be,
right,
you know,
right.
sometimes. Not all the
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
But-
Well, that's why you need some proper guidance
Yes.
in this.
Yeah. Also, awareness. I think, you know, when we raise our kids, we need to bring it to their attention that if you're going to be living by yourself, there are things that you need to take care of
Mhm.
or pay attention to,
Mhm.
even, and be mindful of what you eat, how you live,
Mhm.
how you sleep, when you sleep, all of those things.
And I've also found that words matter.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if you're using words that make you more anxious, you will become anxious.
Well, you know, it is something called the reticular activation system. You're putting
Mhm.
your mind to that. So that's
Correct.
kind of what you're going to notice
Right.
all the time.
Mhm.
And then you kind of go into that
Correct.
completely.
You just fall into that. Yeah.
Trap. It's a trap.
It is a trap.
Yeah. Also, serotonin.
Yeah.
You know, when we are exercising and we say, you know, we want to exercise because we release serotonin and that makes us feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's exercise or even watching something fun, you know, that we like, engaging.
Mm-hmm.
And so, is it true that serotonin lives in the gut, not in the brain?
Well, it is stimulated from the gut.
Ah,
The message goes
yeah.
to do the serotonin thing. It's really stemming from the gut.
Okay.
And-
So again, it comes back to the microbiome.
Correct. Correct.
So you cannot have serotonin release
Right.
if your gut is
It's
not
out of
looking
whack.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just want to kind of bring certain things to, you know, people's
It's just
attention.
highlighting, underscoring the fact that the microbiomes of the gut are very important in life because they not only live in the gut,
Yeah.
they also live on the skin, in the lungs, in the sinuses, in the nose. They're everywhere. And they are signaling
Right.
all the time.
Yeah. So that begs the question, neurological diseases, like you talked about Parkinson's,
Correct.
multiple sclerosis, is that something that
It's where the gut got tramped on,
Hmm.
you know, and it's for whatever reason. And it could be anything from childhood illnesses to other things that
Right.
could have never really corrected the gut.
Okay.
You know, and I also think, you know, from babyhood, if you're not getting breast milk when you're born and first 2 years of your life, and you're actually fed bottled milk coming from a cow or other reconstituted
powders.
food,
Yeah.
you're going to develop an allergy or a sensitivity to that.
Okay.
And that results in ongoing inflammation down the road. Ear infections, allergies, asthma,
Right.
irritable bowel. It's all going to start to happen.
Okay.
And every time, say, you get an eczema, and you suppress it
Yeah.
with cortisone or steroids,
Yeah.
it goes deeper in the body. This is not something I made up. It's already studied
Right.
and published,
Right.
where it could affect two organs, the lungs,
Yeah.
so they get asthma from the suppression of eczema,
Okay.
or they could get inflammation in the gut, including irritable bowel
I
or
see.
Crohn's disease or any of those
Right.
diverticulitis. These things all get suppressed in the gut.
I see.
So
Maybe
think
we
about
should
this.
put a little link in our, description about a study that has talked about this,
right.
so that
Mhm.
people are then looking at something that's
Correct.
a scientifically
There
proven
are a lot
fact.
of literature on this.
Yeah, there's literature on this. Yeah, so I mean, basically, you're saying if you correct the gut, there's so many different things that you're taking care of, whether it's your immune system, whether it's depression, anxiety, hormonal imbalances. It's like a whole variety
life.
of different things.
Your whole life depends on a healthy gut.
Yeah, so that's why I guess they call it the second brain.
I call it the first brain.
Ah,
I
why
call
is
it
that?
the first brain because this is where the reaction occurs before the messages go to the brain
Yeah.
or to the other signals go to the other parts of the body. Because no, people say you are what you eat.
Yeah.
If you're eating stuff that's going to stimulate
Right.
inflammation,
Right.
neurological anxiety, hormones, etc., it started in the gut.
That to me is the message that
Correct.
make sure, no matter what you eat, no matter what medication you take, make sure you're giving your gut the environment to thrive in,
Correct.
not to survive. Right?
So it's there are many ways. I know in Ayurveda we talk about different body types and different ways of eating.
Mm-hmm.
In Chinese medicine they talk about it. Shamanic medicine talks about it.
Right.
Any of these ancient practices
Right. Traditional.
talk about it, except modern medicine.
Right.
Even that, my peers have written about blood type diet and things that you need to do.
And maybe we need to talk about this in a podcast.
It's exactly what I was coming
everybody.
to. Yes.
Yeah.
These different things that we can look at.
Yeah.
And what suits us the best.
Correct.
To design how we eat for the rest of our life.
Right.
So I think that would be a great podcast.
Yeah, I think, that would be something that we should definitely put out, because I think when you go to a doctor, they basically look at your symptoms and they can give you medication, but they're not really looking at these other factors many a times.
Mm-hmm.
Not all doctors look at them. There are some doctors who do.
Right.
And there are some doctors
who may not.
I think just educating people on these are options as well.
Correct.
You should look at.
Correct.
Along with supporting what medication you're taking.
Correct.
To improve your overall health.
That's it. That's what we're all looking for.
Yeah.
How can we be healthier?
Have a good lifestyle, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at some point, I think we should talk about longevity and aging, because if we are constantly inflamed, it will show up.
Yeah, it has to.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows up in so many different diseases.
Correct.
Like cancer or all the things that we just talked about.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
all right. I think it's a good way to now talk about something that relates to how you should eat.
Right.
Okay.
Again, I think that's the next podcast.
We should do that.
Yeah.
We should do that. So at least we've now given people ways to connect the gut and the brain.
Correct. And whoever's listening, send us your thoughts, send us your things that you've done to correct certain aspects in your life, because we'd love to learn from you as well.
I would love to hear from my audience what their experiences are and how we can bring those into this podcast, so we can talk more about what you're wanting to listen to.
Correct.
As opposed to us generally talking about what we want to listen to or talk about, for that matter.
So let's say we plant the seed of questioning what we want. what we hear,
Yeah.
what we know, so that we can expand on
What are your gut instincts?
it. True.
Do subscribe. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you. Don't forget
Like,
to
subscribe, and
and
follow
follow.
us.
Thank you
Don't
for
forget.
watching.
Don't forget, okay? Don't forget.